I was so afraid of losing my boyfriend, Will, that I told a big lie. I told him that I was pregnant. We haven't seen each other in a few months, so he still thinks I'm going to have his baby. Today, I want to finally fess up and tell him I'm not pregnant, and I never was.
Just a minute, I'm just trying to get my face up off the floor. Hi, Kimberly. Now, how were you able to convince Will that you were pregnant, sweetie, when you weren't?
Well, first of all, he stays here in New York, and I live in South Carolina, so I felt if I told him, he wouldn't know I was lying either way. And so I met him when I first came here to New York last year in October with some friends, and I was only staying here for a day. Yeah, and I was only staying here for a day, so he came over to me and asked me where I was from and all that, and we talked for at least a half an hour. Then my friends pulled up, and it was like, it's time to go. And I didn't want to go, and he didn't want me to go either, so I stayed. I got my bags and took my bags to his house. He got me a bus ticket and everything.
You went to stay with a man that you met for a half hour?
Yeah, but it wasn't...
Wait, hold it! Listen,
It wasn't just like... I know it's weird just to meet somebody and go with them or whatever, but I'm saying it was something about it when we clicked and we...
Sweetie, wait, no, baby, listen to me. Wait, hold it. Listen to me very careful, because a lot of young people watch this show. It is not weird. That was extremely dangerous. How you know you wasn't going up for the axe murder?
First of all, I know that, and I thank God every day that he wasn't, you know? And we, I thank God every day that he wasn't, and, you know, we clicked, we stayed in touch.
Okay, well, you know, here's my next one. I'm Mother Love. You one of them young people that's like having you having major bonehead leakage here. You not only go off with a guy that you met for 30 minutes, had a conversation with you, go off and stay with him, you have unprotected sex with him. I know you did, because you told me he thinks you're pregnant.
Yes. But you didn't let me finish. Y'all didn't even let me finish my story.
Finish your story, baby.
Okay, and after that, I stayed with him for like 2 weeks. Okay, I left. We talked every day until I came back. I came back like to New York the beginning of November to stay with him. And that's when I found out that he had a girl pregnant. I found a letter in his drawer or something that he had.
Excuse me, how'd you find a letter in his drawer?
Because I was looking through his stuff. I was looking through his stuff, and he was at school at the time, and I read the letter, and the letter was just saying that she missed him and she loved him, and she knew about me, but she didn't care. She hoped they got back together one day, and that she hoped that he'll take care of his child and be there for his child. And so I was kind of scared that I was not going to talk to him anymore. He wasn't going to stay in contact. So I was dumb, and I lied to him and said I was pregnant. And he came down to see me like in February of this year. He called me one day and said he was at the bus station and he was on his way down. And when he came, at that time I was supposed to be like 3 months, and he couldn't really tell, because you don't show really.
But sweetie, you're not that big. You wouldn't be able to see a little pouch or something.
I can poke my stomach out, and that's what I lied. And when he came, I wanted to tell him the truth, but he was like anticipating the child. He would rub my stomach and like put his ear on my stomach, and you know. I don't know. I just went
okay, wait. You went on with the lie for nights. For how long have you been perpetrating this lie, Kimberly?
Well, he think I'm having a baby on the 27th of this month.
Okay. Well, I just fanned myself. Just calm down, everybody. Just calm down. Listen, just leave my guest alone. We met up with Kimberly. Listen, we met up with Kimberly to help her prepare a videotape confession for her boyfriend, Will. Now, before the show, we showed Will Kimberly's confession and gave him the option of not airing this on today's show. After all of this, because this is a really tough thing to find out about. But Will said, it's okay, Mother Love, go ahead. So let's look at the message now as we see him watching it for the first time.
Well, I know you're wondering what I have to tell you here today. Things were going great between the both of us while we were together. I was scared I was going to lose you, so I told you a big lie. I know you think I'm pregnant and you have a baby due in a few weeks, but the fact is I'm not pregnant and I never was. I know this is going to destroy your trust in me, but I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I care for you and I probably always will. I just hope you can forgive me here today.
Ooh, Kimberly, well, as you know, it was up to Will to decide whether to accept your apology or not. Girl, and if he decides to accept your apology, he's standing on the other side of that door. But what we're going to do is take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to find out if he's on the other side of that door when we come back. We'll be right back.
Kimberly just fessed up to Will that she was never pregnant. Did he decide he could forgive her for lying?
Put a phone on. Come back. We're here with Kimberly DeBrow. Before the break, Kimberly fessed up to her ex-boyfriend, Will, her long-distance love, that she lied about being pregnant. Now, Kimberly, after watching your apology, it was up to Will to decide if he wanted to be here today to accept your apology. Now, you understand that's his decision to make. And if he has decided that, he's standing on the other side of that door right now. But if he's not here, sweetie, you have to understand that that lie was just too much for him to take, and he's just not going to let you off the hook like that. You ready to find out? Mm-hmm. Go take your place in front of the door. It's time to face the music, Kimberly. Let's open the door. Enough. Now, Kimberly, Will decided not to come through the door. He does have something he wants to say to you. We have that for you now.
Kim, I forgive you. You hurt me. You played me. You lied to me. You know, all that you said, you could have told that to me. Instead, you do this. It hurt me even more. You know, once that baby came into life, you know I had plans. You know I wanted to do other things than the way I was doing. And I changed myself around. And this is what I get. You say you love me, but you don't.
We have some questions for you, Kim.
How did you go out with him on the first day and you didn't even know if he had AIDS or something?
Well, I didn't have sex with him on the first day. Like, that makes a difference, but I didn't. With this, I don't know. I really can't answer that question. I just did it. I just went to his house, went out. I don't know why.
You was wrong to think that you could keep a man by saying you was pregnant. You wasn't.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, do you make this a habit of doing this all the time when you meet someone?
No, I don't. That's why I came here, so I could get it off my chest. No, I don't.
Oh, I'm glad you don't make this a habit. Yes, stand up with me.
I don't know how you think that you're going to keep him by telling me you're pregnant. You should have been going through his stuff. You wouldn't have known that letter, and you wouldn't have told him that. And you're lucky you're not in a grave somewhere going home with somebody you don't know or taking some kind of strange medicine because you got some type of disease. You're very lucky.
That is so true.
She is absolutely right about that. And it's just like the lady over here said. You know, a lot of young people watch this show, and we don't ever want them to think that it's okay to just go off with anybody. You know, and I gotta tell you though, it's better that you came clean now. You got this off your conscience. Don't do this to another person. Oh, Kimberly, don't do this to yourself.
I won't.
I'm glad you came to tell your story. I'm glad you got it off. I thank you for joining us. We'll be right back.
Very, very quickly. Joe Cortez,